Hey everyone, this is Michelle MacPhearson with socialmediadaily.com, and I've got a couple of quick updates for you. The first one is really simple, but it's gather.com, which is one of the sites that you're contributing content on, is now allowing video uploads, so you need to add them to your video uploads list. They are a very important site to be contributing to, so I think that they're one of the ones that you should definitely make sure that you spend some time on with your videos and with your written content. Gather actually has a very, very strong social networking community as well. So it's important that if you are going to spend time on actually networking on these sites, and I recommend that you do pick 3 or 4 to do that on, Gather's a great one to do it. But we're going to spend some time in a later video talking about Gather and exactly what you can do there, how to tap into their traffic, how to tap into the social network. So I don't want to go into too much detail there. But the fact that they're allowing video is really, really cool because, they're a site that can get you some great search engine rankings for your keyword phrase, some great backlinks to your main site. So make sure that you put your videos there too, because that's another avenue for people to get your content. Also, they do a revenue share. So any content that you contribute, you actually, get a revenue share on it. So it's definitely one to look out for. Also, social media is one of those things that updates every single day. There's always new news. There's always new stuff that I can add to the checklist. But I don't want to inundate you with emails every single day saying, oh, go here now. Oh, submit your RSS feed here, because, that's just going to get tedious. So I was thinking about how I can implement a way for you guys to get updates to your checklist as necessary, but also not have to hear all the noise in the meantime. And I think I've come up with a really, really, really cool solution. It's actually being scripted and coded right now. I'm very excited about it, and it's going to allow me to send you guys updates on Social Media Daily in such a way that you can immediately put them to use, immediately see how that update or how that new checklist item fits into your current scheme of what you've done on your sites, and really figure out where you are, where you need to go, in the most dynamic and up-to-date way possible. So that's being worked on right now. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to actually unveil it for you. But it's going to be a little bit yet, but I'll keep you informed. Now, the third thing is about I had a section of Social Media Daily called Demo Submission, and part of that was creating a demo piece of software and submitting it to sites that house, they're basically software directories, and they say, here's all the shareware in the world. And you submit what's called a pad file, and that's just a file that contains all of the information on your software. And you submit your pad file to all of these software directories, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands, and there's software that helps you submit to these software directories so you can do it much faster. Or, it's very easy to do by hand too, because you just give them the URL to your pad file. But what happens then is if you title your company name in that pad file with your keyword phrase, so if your keyword phrase is dog training, and your company name in your software would be dog training, and then you would have whatever software you have, right? You go and you send that out to all this pad file directories, all of these download.com kind of sites that accept software. You're going to get a backlink to your site for every single one of those sites that lists your software, and that backlink is going to have your company name, which in this case is actually your keyword phrase. So it would be the keyword dog training linked back to your dog training site. And that's, of course, if that's your topic. I hope it's not. But that's personal. Anyway. So one of the things that I've been asked is, well, I'm not in software, so how do I create demo software? So I've actually got a couple of ways that you can create software really, really easily, really, really simply, and send out your files, your software files, to these thousands of download sites, and then, accumulate backlink, 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 tons and tons of backlinks that way. And this method is one of the top ways that I like to get links to my sites. It's really simple, it's really effective, and once you have the tools that I'm going to show you to create software, it's going to be really easy for you too. So I'm working on getting one particular piece of software, getting some rights to it changed around so that I can give it to you. And then there's a couple other ways to do it too that I'm going to be sharing with you. So that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Now the fourth thing I think we're on is duplicate content. The biggest question that I've gotten from everybody about Social Media Daily is, what about duplicate content? And everybody's very afraid of duplicate content. Nobody wants to get penalized by Google for it. So let me clear up one huge myth. If you have duplicate content on your site, and that means that you have the exact same article or the exact same page as another site, and Google comes to your page and they say, oh, we've already seen that over here, they're not going to ban your site. They're not going to take you out of their index. They're not going to blacklist you. They're just going to say, oh, we already have that over here, so we don't need this version. So they're going to put your version in what's called the supplemental index, or they won't index it at all. And that just means that that particular page on your site that hosts the duplicate content, Google knows that it's actually somewhere else, and it was somewhere else first. And so they're not going to use that page to determine, or to advance your rankings, basically. All the other pages on your website that are unique content, they're going to keep indexed. It's not going to affect your whole site. It'll affect that one article. Google says, oh, I already have that. I don't need it. End of story. That's it. So a lot of people are totally freaked out about duplicate content. Don't be. It's not a big deal. Now, you don't want to go and steal your whole site from somebody else's site, because number one, it's stealing, and number two, you will have a duplicate content site. And there's no point in that, because that site is already in the index and you're not going to get ranked for it, most likely. The last thing, as far as duplicate content goes, is that one of the things that I also ask you to do in the end of Social Media Daily is to take all of your sites that you've contributed content on and, mash them up, re-bookmark them, take the RSS feeds from all the sites that you've contributed content to, mash those up, add them to sites whose main goal is just to aggregate all of your content. Sites like multiply.com or what I'm talking about. So that isn't going to create a duplicate content penalty, because the way that those sites are mashing up your data, they might show Facebook first, and then Twitter, and then, multiply.com, and then Pounce, and then, it's all going to be in a different order. It's all going to be in, they're going to choose different excerpts to take. So the page on Multiply that lists Facebook information, that, all that kind of stuff, isn't going to be the same as a page, on correlate.us that lists a whole bunch of information. They're all going to be different RSS feeds, all mixed and mashed, and it depends on when they update. And there's so many things in there that it doesn't matter, so don't worry about it. What you're trying to do is you're trying to create, number one, a network of content on the internet that links out to your site, so that when the search engines and when people find your content, they know how to get to your site. And number two, a way for your content that you've created to be to have the effects of it basically doubled, tripled, quadrupled by re-aggregating that content. And that's all that we're doing here. And aggregation is not, is something that Google's very familiar with. It's not a problem. It's not going to cause you any kind of damage, so don't worry about it. It's, a lot of people throw around duplicate content and as if it's, some big horrible thing, and assuming that you are creating unique content, that your website hosts unique content, you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to fall out of the search engines. So that was the biggest question that I got about Social Media Daily. And I wanted to give you this opportunity too. If you do have other questions, I would love for you to email them to me, and maybe I'll answer them again in another video down the line. Anything you want, particular site you've got questions on, or a methodology that you're confused about, go ahead and email me, and I will do my best to answer you. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you're looking forward to the new developments that we'll have. I'm very excited, both about the demo software that you'll be able to create and the way that you'll be able to get updates in a way that really mashes up or meshes with what you're already doing. So as soon as I have those things ready, I will be in touch again. All right, thanks so much. And once again, this is Michelle MacPhearson from Social Media Daily, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.